So this is it.
This is it. So today's actually, I got married December 9th of 1995, and then shortly after that I got hired with the Sheriff's Department. So pretty much most of my adult life I've either been in the military. I was a light infantry scout stationed in Fort Lewis, Washington. I got out, tested for the Sheriff's Department, and eventually got hired in '96. So most of my adult life's either been in the military, school, or law enforcement. So for the last over 29 years I've been patrolling Adams County.
Any calls in particular that stick with you, either for good or bad?
That's the thing is that I've had so many of them. I try not to dwell on them. I will tell you that certain times of the year, because you've handled something, you may have a memory of something. The biggest thing is with us is that with all those years of doing this, I've handled everything from fatality accidents to suicides to injured kids, stuff like that. It's just things you need to not dwell on. So I can't really elaborate if there's something that, there might be some certain times of the year that I'll remember something, but that's about it.
I guess that's why it's not for everybody.
It's not. And it's just the thing is that, yeah, you do start to depend a lot on your friends and your coworkers and stuff, and then you have to have a really good, like my wife, she's been the rock the whole time that I've been doing this job. I mean, she's a number of times where she's been worried, and I understand that. I mean, especially being on the SWAT team. I mean, so there's been a number of times where we've been called out in the middle of the night, or we'll be eating supper or something, get called out. That's the big thing is that you have to have a strong family or strong base. And like I said, she's been the rock for 29 years, and it's kind of a, I don't know how to put it. Sometimes I think it's, I probably wouldn't have done the full term of 29 years if she wouldn't have been there with me. In 1996, and this is my retirement picture.
Does it seem like a blink of an eye?
Kind of. Like I said, I mean, when I first started back, and I was still in college, trying to learn to do law enforcement. I started April of 1996. Sheriff Nall hired me as a court security officer. January of '97, I was promoted to corrections. I spent 4 years as a correction officer in our old facility. In March of 2001, myself and a buddy of mine, Matt McElfresh, went to the academy at the University of Illinois Patrol School. After that, I started doing normal patrol. Soon after that, I ended up becoming a field training officer. I actually trained a large number of our deputies. In 2006, I became one of the original members of our special response team. So for the last 19 years, I've been on our SWAT team as an explosive breacher and also a mechanical breacher. So whenever we have to get inside a residence or something, I usually get us inside. I was a K-9 officer with Ajax for several years. Ajax was a Belgian, was my dog.
Okay.
Actually, Sheriff Fisher promoted me to K-9 position. Most of my career I've been on nights. Then I went to day shift for several years. And then this last would be, I think, the end of February, I got promoted to supervisor. So for 9 months, I was the supervisor on night shift.
Yeah,
He is actually one of the first guys I trained.
That's true.
Like, there's a number of officers I
He trained everybody.
When I first started years ago, we were doing things a certain way. Now it's changed to the point where sometimes our hands are tied. I mean, we can arrest somebody, take them to jail, and sometimes they're getting out of jail before I even get my paperwork done. It's just the change in the way things are done nowadays.
But it didn't feel like a thankless profession to you.
No. You got to realize Adams County's usually had a really good support for law enforcement. There's been a few occasions where people have kind of looked down on us, but mostly all the time. Like I said, when I also worked at different villages throughout my career. I worked for the Village of Liberty as a part-time officer out there for about 10 years, and then I worked for the Village of Ursa for 3 or 4 years. So that's something that the Sheriff's Department does, to have our deputies go out there, and the villages kind of pay for us to be out there, just like an extra officer or whatever. But it helps. But the biggest thing is that it helps you with the community.
Is it mixed emotions to depart, or was it really easy? It just felt, yep, now's the time.
It really hasn't hit yet because I've been, like I said, most of my adult life, this is all I've done. It'll probably hit me in a couple of weeks because it's not so much missing what I was doing, it's going to be missing seeing the guys and doing everything every day. I mean, I also, besides just working patrol and stuff, I also work on some of our squad cars, so I'll still be doing that because I guarantee the guys are going to stop by and want me to work on the cars because, I mean, I'm pretty much the one that put most of the stuff in it. So, but the biggest thing is that I'm not going to make any decisions on the future until the boss tells me, my wife. So we'll see what we do.
Yeah, so you're retired, but you still have a boss.
I've always had a boss. Yeah, that's the biggest thing. So we'll see what she wants us to do and stuff.
Muddy River News. Our home, our news.